Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. Today I'm going to be doing a little summer makeup look. Glowy, fresh, simple, easy. So if you want to see how I get it, I'll talk through the products that I use, why I use them, how I use them, then just keep watching. So fresh face, I actually just used this mask. This video is in partnership with Bloomingdale's, and I had no idea how many amazing brands Bloomingdale's had on their site and in store. I'd actually never tried anything from this brand. I believe it's pronounced Joanna Vargas. The writing is very fun and I love it, but this is their exfoliating mask. And when I saw this, I've heard from this brand and I just never tried it because you can't find this in just like Ulta, Sephora, anything like that. But it's their exfoliating mask. It polishes and refines using an enzymatic exfoliating mask. So it has physical exfoliators, which I like every once in a while, but it also has enzyme exfoliators, and it left my skin so glowy, so hydrated, so just smooth and fresh. So I absolutely love this. So you just apply a thin layer all over your skin, rub it in for about a minute, and then let it set for 5 minutes, and then rinse it off, and you are left with glowy, smooth skin. So it's a perfect base for my makeup day. So love that Bloomingdale's has this brand and I was able to try it out. Another product that I'm going to be using from Bloomingdale's as well is Beauty Stack, which again, I have been wanting to try this brand forever. I just don't see it in my typical shopping. So I'm going to be hitting up Bloomingdale's a lot more regularly. So you can find the products that I mentioned in today's video down in the description box, but this is the Beauty Stack Universal C Skin Refiner for all skin types, 20% vitamin C and L-ascorbic acid. It brightens, it retextures, it firms. We used to call vitamin C, the BLT Brighten, Lighten, and Tighten. So I'm super excited. I've been using this a little bit lately, but you don't need a ton. So you just do about a pump, and it has little like orange beads in it that break while you massage it in. But it has this like primery sort of feel, which is perfect for under makeup. I'm obsessed. So vitamin C, again, it's just good for everything. You can see I deal with a little bit of dark spots, and I just sunless tanned my face, so this always pops out a little bit more than normal, but oh, so good. I really enjoy the texture of this. It's unlike any vitamin C I've tried. Normal vitamin C's I feel like are very like jelly, watery almost, and this is creamy, so it's super hydrating, and I have dry skin, so absolutely love this guy. And then the other product that I picked up from the Bloomingdale's site is the Aloe Yoga, which I've never tried anything from Aloe Yoga as well. I wanted to try products that I hadn't tried, but I've been wanting to try. This is their Glow System, their magnesium reset spray. I cannot say, I mean, you can't tell that I've used that much. I've used it probably for the past week. You only need 3 sprays, and it gives you 45 milligrams of magnesium plus a bunch of other amazing skin drenching benefit aromatherapy oils. Oh, I sleep like a freaking baby with this stuff. I am amazed. I had no idea magnesium spray was so amazing. I take a magnesium gummy, but I don't feel like it has that same effect. So this I specifically use at night. You also, since Aloe is a yoga brand, you can use it before you go into, what's that word? Savasana? Savasana. Yeah, where you're just in your final resting place. I take yoga. But I do it typically just on the wrists. We're gonna just do 2 today because, like I said, I don't want to be falling asleep during the middle of the day. No, I'm just kidding. It's not that crazy, but it really helps relax me at the end of the night. So, and it smells so good. I'm obsessed. So these 3 products I picked up from Bloomingdale's, and you'll be able to find them in the description box down below. So far, so impressed with them. I typically don't know where to find these specific brands, so I like that Bloomingdale's has it all in one place and it's easy and convenient to find. So check out the description box down below if you're curious to pick up any of these products from Bloomingdale's, or just check out their beauty department in general. They've got some amazing, amazing finds. So again, big shout out to Bloomingdale's for partnering with me on today's video. Let's get into the rest of my little spring makeup look. So let's move on to eye cream. Did you know that you're only supposed to use a rice size dollop of eye cream for both eyes? Sometimes I get carried away, and that's why my eye cream creases like crazy. So don't use that much. If you find your eye cream creases like crazy, don't bring all your products up underneath your eyes. You'll notice the difference. And then just like a lightweight, hydrating but jelly moisturizer I've been liking. I will also have all the products linked down below, because I'm gonna try to make this like a tutorial instead of a super randomly rambly girl talk. Feels so good. I swear when I put this on my skin, it just feels like a drench. I just drenched it in water. Like it just, like my skin just chugged a gallon of water, and she's healthy. All right, now I'm going to walk you through the specific products that I'm going to be using, why I'm using them, and why I think it's perfect for the summertime. So starting with, now that all my skincare is done, we're going to go in with, yes, SPF. You need to be using an SPF all the time, but specifically in the summer, it's extra important. So Kosas Dream Beam sunscreen SPF 40 has been a real big go-to for me. It leaves just the glowiest look on the face, and I'm not going to be using like a lot of foundation today, or like a thick foundation, so blend that in. You can just see it gives like the most radiant glow. And I've definitely noticed a difference in my skin since using sunscreen like pretty regularly for the past probably 2 years now. I've been using SPF regularly. Before then I like didn't. So I'm proud of myself for doing it. It's never too late. Don't think, oh, I already have skin concerns. Like, no girl, they'll get worse. And using SPF in combination with like that vitamin C that I just mentioned will help with the spots that you already currently have. So it's never too late to protect your skin and skin cancer. It's never too late to get, or too early to get skin cancer. So protect yourself, girl. But I love that one. It's so lightweight. If you haven't found a facial sunscreen that you really like, try this one. I recommend this one, and I recommend the Ulta MD tinted one. Some other really great ones are the CeraVe tinted one. I like tinted for the most part. CeraVe and the Eucerin are pretty good as well. So found our sunscreen on. Now I typically like to let this sit for a couple minutes to just kind of like really soak into my skin. I am gonna go in with a primer, but I'm not gonna go all over my face. I find that sometimes I don't really need a primer all over my face. I like this primer specifically for its pore concealing benefits. So I struggle with deep pores, like kind of right here. Not even struggle. You can just see my pores there. I'm gonna be using this mirror over here. So I like to do just kind of like spot prime. So I'm gonna do that. I'm like down to the itty bitty of this guy. The last little bit, if I even have enough to do it. I have more. Let's back up. Oh. Do I even have any more, y'all? How embarrassing. Just kidding, it's not embarrassing. Means I love her. So you really don't want a ton. I find if you over prime, your makeup can end up not sitting on it and sliding. So I really just focus on those areas where I feel like I get large pores, or I find that by the end of the day, my makeup is worn off. For me, my chin, right here in this T-zones where I get, or my cheeks where I get my pores, and I try to really press the product in, and then I lose it here, right there. Besides that, I don't really lose it or lose my foundation. It pretty much stays all day. All right, so we are skincared, protected, primed. Now let's go into my foundation compilation. So I love this stuff. I know people either hate it or love it or feel like it doesn't do a ton, but I'm obsessed with it. It's one of my favorite products. I repurchased this multiple times. I think when this is finished though, I am gonna try the e.l.f. because I've heard really good things about this, but this is kind of like where I just dot it everywhere. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. When my skin's really good, I will just wear this with concealer and it's amazing. But my skin has been a little finicky. Plus, just I like to have a little bit more evenness. So I've been loving this one. This is the Summer Friday Sheer Skin Tint Light Coverage. Very, very light coverage. I'm in another color 3. I originally bought 2, but I felt like it was gonna be too light for me into the summer, especially when I sunless tan or just get a little bit of a glow at the pool. So I really do like this. Just keep in mind, it's super, super sheer. It's not a full coverage anything. Like, you're not getting a lot of coverage with this at all. It literally says light coverage, and that's what it is. But it's beautiful on the skin. It wears beautifully, and I feel like if you set it with powder, it still does last. It doesn't break up on me. You know those looks when you do like no makeup looks, and by the end of the day you look like haggard? This doesn't do that to me, so I like it. All right, so let's do about a couple drops of that guy. Rub it in, and I leave the Flawless filter on the skin and blend it all in together. And I feel like this just gives a really good glow. And I like the Summer Friday. I feel like it plumps because it has hyaluronic acid in it. So it's kind of like skincare makeup. I do wish that it had SPF in it, but whatever. He's fine. Okay, so I still have some on my hand, but I'm rubbing in with my other hand. You can see the 3 pretty much fits me pretty perfectly, but again, I do have sunless tanner on. So blend that out. Press it in. Don't bring it up underneath your eyes. Again, that might be another reason why your concealer is creasing, because it's got too much product on there. Okay. So once that's blended in with my fingers, I then take my little beauty sponge, it's dampened, and blend it out. Now, this does pick up product. That's what beauty sponges do. Even if they're not, I mean, even if they're wet, they still can pick up product, but I love the finish. And I feel like this really taps it into my skin and blends it and makes it look really skin-like. So then I take the other product that's left in my hand and just build the coverage a little bit more where I need it. No more product, just the product that I originally put on my face. Yeah. So as you can tell, just a very sheer, like it didn't cover my imperfections. Like I still have a blemish mark there and my dark spot. I still have a little bit of darkness here. You can tell it didn't perfectly cover anything, but that's okay because we have concealer. But I also just like how glowy. I don't know if you can tell how glowy and like just plump my skin looks. And I think it's because of the hyaluronic acid. I believe it has hyaluronic acid in it. I hope it does, or I'm just making things up. I don't know. Okay. Foundation on. My Stay Concealer. I really like this, but I can tell that it has a tendency to crease if I put, it does have a tendency to crease if I put so much on. You really don't want to use a ton of this, and you just want to put it where you get dark. Especially as we age, we already have fine lines. Don't accentuate them, okay? Lift here and there. Okay, and then blend. I just love how like instantly brightening this concealer is. And it's, I think they call it their serum. What's it called? I don't know. Who can read anything at the bottom of that dang thing? So I instantly get a brighten and like a little bit of a conceal. Like I'm still a toddler mom. I'm still always tired. I feel like you're always tired once you have kids. I am gonna put a little bit just for some extra coverage here. Some dots. And then I actually like to cover these ones with my Kosas because I feel like I get a better conceal, and it's more my same skin tone, where this is a little bit brightening. So I feel like I can use that in the center of my face and it just brightens and lifts. So my Revealer Concealer, this is still one of my favorites. I can use this under my eyes as well. So just pop that wherever I get some dark spots. That's it. That's good. Skin has been doing so well. So we're gonna let that just kind of marinate a little bit. Okay, now just blend. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Obviously, we're allowed to have imperfect skin. I just like to kind of blur it. You can tell that Revealer Concealer is actually really good coverage. Done. So that is the base. Let me just bring whatever's left on my thing up on my eyelids. I did just tint my lashes and laminated my brows. So let's go ahead and throw those brows in place. Okay. So we're going in with this guy while everything sets. I like to let my skin dry down before I put powder on. So my e.l.f. brow. You want to work that into every hair. Looking crazy. I like to also do this before powder so that I feel like I'm not lifting any powder up. Okay. We're in. Now let's push and get some of that extra product out. I really was thinking about getting a new powder the other day, but I was like, it really doesn't matter because it's just me who sees this busted up thing. So I feel like once you first set this powder on, it kind of looks powdery, but it, or like dulls the shine. But once it sets and becomes like warmed up with your makeup, it becomes glowy and beautiful. So I just use a powder puff. I feel like powder puff helps me from smudging anything, but I always smudged on my neck. So, and do set my little, because I will get some creasing up there if I don't. Extra attention to just right under there, but I don't use like a ton of extra powder under there. Okay. So you can still see I have like a glow to my nose. And my forehead's a little glowy still. I'm still glowy. It's just not as glowy as before I set it. But if I don't set any sort of foundation, it just doesn't last on my face. So we're set in with that. Let's go ahead and move on to my powder products. I've been loving this. I've actually been giving my Hourglass products a little bit of a break. And I also feel like when I show Hourglass products, it's kind of annoying. The products that I do have that you can't get because I use that palette. But I was wondering, since I break out a lot here, I was wondering if it's been breaking me out. So I've taken them out of my routine for a little while just to see, and then I'm going to reintroduce them and see if it was breaking me out. I hope not, because I freaking love their products. But Makeup by Mario, this is their Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Perfector in light medium with a giant fluffy brush. I just kind of push that into where I would put bronzer. It's basically a bronzer for me. Some people use it all over their face. Slightly down the nose, mostly on the chin. This just warms up my face, if you can tell. Adds a little bit glow back. And it's just so pretty. I love this stuff. And while we have it out, I'm going to run it through my crease. Yeah. Just as like a nice transition color. I love just basic matte brown eyeshadow. I've never felt like I wear eyeshadow well. I just always felt like it looked like I got into my mom's makeup when I was 3 years old. I don't know why. I just feel like basic eyeshadow just always looks the best on me, like smoky eyes and things like that. I just can't, I don't feel like I have a face for it. Or I think that I also don't dress to go with the smoky eye. So it's like, girl, why do you need a smoky eye when you're wearing jeans and a t-shirt, you know? So I always just feel like a bronzed out crease that just like naturally gives definition to the eyes and makes my blues pop a little bit better is my go-to. Now, if I'm feeling a little like I want a little extra definition, which isn't always, I go in with this matte brown Sigma. This is their matte bronzer in the color Light, and it is light, but it is dark on me. So I just take this light and we'll just put it right where I kind of want it sunken in the most. And top, I guess contouring, if you will. But I don't like a ton because I feel like contouring can just look kind of crazy on me. I do just take it down the nose a little bit and then I take it across down below. And then sometimes on my jaw. Again, if I'm feeling frisky. Now, let's blend both of those products in with my little beauty sponge. Just pushing them into my skin. Lifting up any extra that doesn't need to be there. I'm going to go in with my little Merit Beauty blush stick in the color Stockholm. I'm going to first put this on and then I'm going to set it with powder blush. I'm a tapper, not a swiper. Again, I feel like you'll just lift everything up, which is why I hate a lot of cream blushes. But this one is one of my favorite formulas. And I feel like this wears well over powder. You don't have to like worry about that. And then I just blend it out. Now I'm gonna set it though with my NARS Orgasm. It's one of my favorite blushes of all time. Blend, 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 blend. You can't blend enough. Now let's finish with my eyes. I have been loving just doing a shadow liner for I feel like years now. I just feel like it looks so just soft and subtle. So I take this little Maybelline palette, whatever palette, I just like a dark chocolate brown and just kind of smudge it into my lash line. I'm loving this eyelash tint on my lashes though, because I feel like I already have pretty long curly lashes, but I don't have the tint to them. So I just tinted them from this kit that I bought on Amazon. It was like low-key, it was gonna make me blind, but it didn't. And I freaking love it. I've never been a girl who likes to wear like mascara to the pool because I hate waterproof mascara. So I feel like this gives me that look of like a light mascara without wearing mascara, because I have a toddler and that's a disaster. I honestly feel like because I have like such dramatic lashes when I put mascara on, I always found it weird to look at myself without mascara. So I always had this sensation to be like, why do I look so not myself? So then I would feel like myself once I put mascara on, but I was like, I don't want to do that anymore. Okay, I'm going in with my Gimme Brow just to like kind of fill in any sparseness that I have in my brows from pushing them up. Okay, so eye makeup's done, eyebrows are done, face is done. Let's go ahead and move on to what's last. Mascara and setting spray. So I like to set my face before I put mascara on. These are my two faves. Make sure I don't have any eyelash or eyebrow eye shadow fallout words today, right? Favorite setting spray of life. But I recently replaced my Tatcha with this and I love it. The L'Oreal Lumi Mist and Glow. I just go down the nose, here, and here. That Lumi is just so pretty. But the setting sprays, I don't know if you can tell now, like my whole face looks glowy again. So good. I know it's like we cover our face to then do it. You know, I can't make it. I can't make this up. I forgot my freckles. Yeah, cute little freckles. I'm sorry. They're so cute. All right, lashes, good. My Maybelline mascara, my Ride or Die. I will never be without this stuff. It is just simply the best. But give it time if you don't like it, because the fresh tube sucks. Wouldn't it be crazy if you had like, you know how you can pay people to break in your shoes? What if you paid someone to break in your mascara? Not like physically use it because that's gross, but like just paid somebody to like pump it full of air. You simply can't tell me that I don't look like a completely different person with mascara on. But the funny thing is like when people are like, you should just embrace you. If you wear makeup, mascara, whatever, right? You are still you, but you're enhancing whatever you have, right? But the thing is, it's like we look at this version of ourselves way more all day than we do our natural version of ourselves if you wear makeup, right? So to say like, oh, I'm not comfortable going out of house without mascara, I don't feel like me, doesn't mean I'm not embracing me. It just means this is what I think of when I think of me. And that is okay. That mascara, the best. Okay, finished with lips. I've been loving this guy again. I found this in my stash when I cleaned out everything. This is the Volupte Lip Tint Balm by YSL. First of all, it's bougie, it's cute. But the color, it's that perfect like stained look, and it actually stains. Okay, there we have it. That is my final end of spring into summer glowy makeup look, and I'm pretty here for it. I'm kind of